Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the RMS Racing Group IndyCar GP Series. We're here at Season 1, Round number 3, and we have a guest commentator in the booth today, Merrick Watchorn. Merrick, how you doing?
Doing excellent, man. Ready for some racing tonight.
Yeah, glad to have you on board, and hope you enjoy the race tonight. We've got 10 guys here today, and a lot of action on store for the viewers tonight.
Yeah, I was watching it through practice. The practice seems a little bit intense. Those guys are really pushing those cars to the absolute limit. Tire pressures, tires, tire wear, fuel, all of it is going to be very important towards the end of this race. We have a 15 incident limit, then a stop and go penalty if they do so, and then of course damage is on, and of course we have those fixed setups, and that track is going to be really hot, so they got to really pay attention to their tires when they're actually out there on the track. So why don't we drop over to the grid and see how our standings is going for the actual field itself. As of right now, we're looking at Jaron Helslem as the first number 1 car with a 1:34 lap time. Pretty decent for a driver who's up front the whole time. We have Tommy Reagan, who is second. We have Randy Mattis, who is third. We have Jordan Johnson, who is fourth. Fifth is Troy Banks. Sixth, Kevin J. O'Brien. 7th is Brandon Piper. 8th is Joe Hansen Gates. 9th, Douglas Doucette. And our own, in 10th place, Tony Rice, going for the Rice Motorsports team. I don't know. I mean, tonight's going to be an interesting race, like I said earlier. I mean, we got some serious close times overall. And hopefully this grid will look good and we'll get going very shortly. Tony, what do you think is going to happen out here? Do you think we're going to be having an intense race, or are we just going to cause a big one right off?
Well, I think some of the guys are going to, this is their first time with the car. One guy actually just bought the car today. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with it. They did have some time to practice with it ahead of time, but I think those lights are getting ready to go. And actually, they are going. Here we go. Down to turn 1.
Lag on my end. Major lag on my end. Jaron Harrison hits in turn 1, takes the lead off the bat with Matt and Banish right behind. Oof. I mean, they are all over the place. Tony Rice is all the way in the back in 8th, trying to catch up to the field with Joe Harrison Gates. Looks a little slow in there. Oh no, we have a flipped upside down car with Jordan Johnson. That's not good. He's already in the pits. Ah, man, the big one happens in turn 1. Back up to the leaders. Tony Rice is back in 7th, trying to catch up to the pack. He's a little further back. He hopes to get back up to the front. Let's see the battle between the lead between Mattis. It looks like Mattis is actually taking the lead over Halson. Halson is right behind him, still there, sitting in 2nd. Look, getting that draft, using that DVR, just trying to get right up on behind him. Doesn't look like he's got anything for him. We'll see if he actually got some moves during the carousel. Here they come into turn 9, I believe, or turn 7. Coming in tight. Ooh, those cars are just moving. I'm telling you right now, those cars are going to be really loose. Later on, they're that more aggressive with those tires. Right now, with what's going on, they're still in that single line draft, trying to get the move. Looks like Harrelson is actually gaining momentum, trying to get up to. Oh, there's a car going wide, far wide. It looks like Banks went really high in that turn. He comes back, saves it. He's back in it. He's now has pressure from just set right on his bumper, chasing him down. Finish lap 1, come to lap 2. I mean, right now with what's going on, I don't know. Oh, there's a big run on the inside already. Oh, he had to brake check hard there, trying not to take out Banks. Banks cuts his nose, and we're back racing. Oh no! There goes Gisette. He spins around. Oh no, that's not going to be well. He's going to have to really take care of those tires. He must have hopped it coming out of the turn. Like I said, I told you, this temperature here, Tony, is it messes with those tires. The geometry, the actual semantics of the actual car itself. It just it just hops. It tire hops going through all these big turns. You're coming down. Oh, there it is again. I told you. Just look at that.
I'm wondering if he's having a problem with his brake bias, his adjustment, the way that thing just snapped on him there.
I think it might. I think that's what he was trying to figure out himself. It looks like he was taking a time, just to get the car to be reset and try to get back up to it. He's lost a lot of ground. I don't see how he's going to be a benefactor towards the end of this race. He's pretty far back, almost a solid 8 seconds, almost 9 seconds back. But let's get back to the leaders. Heslem has taken the lead back. He is trying to break that draft, trying to snake it going through all the turns. Mattis is still in second, chasing him down with a 0.3-second lead right behind him. Looks like Helsum has a really good speed coming out of there. He gains a lot of time, but Mattis just has to pay attention, run his line, not focus on the driver in front of him, just run his line. That's going to be important. Saving the tires, I'm sorry, that's going to be your key, because wheel hopping, like we saw Gisette do, is very important. Wheel hopping is going to be a big, major factor through this race. You got to make sure you're not gunning it. See, Mattis is already loose. So he's gunning it too soon. You want to just lightly pull into the gas and put enough power down so the car doesn't lose its actual tires, so there's more traction to it. There's a lot of downforce with these Indy cars, but right now iRacing doesn't have the actual the actual graphics of what it comes down to and how the car feels. A lot of iRacing drivers the last couple of weeks, especially real-time IndyCar drivers, have been complaining it's not realistic. The car just hops too much. There's so much downforce. iRacing is trying to do their best with what they got. So, at the end of the day, I mean, we are seeing some really good racing right off the bat between Helsum and Mattis. Mattis and Helsum are in their own league, like a blanket between the two of them, just driving away from this pack. Almost a solid 6-second lead from third place with Banner just trying to catch up. Banks is trying to run his line. I think he might have just gotten loose, or he's trying to save the tires. Like I said, tire wear is important here. If you are not paying attention to your tires, Piper and Reagan are doing the same thing. They're further back in the pack. They're trying to catch up. They're not really pushing the car too soon. They're probably trying to save the fuel. More or less, when it comes down to this, I don't know, I know from old other games F1 2019 and F1 2020, you could control the fuel intake. You can change it from rich to balanced to slow, so that you have less burning of the actual fuel, so it means you're slower on your lap times later in, so you won't have to pit until later in the run, so you have fresher tires than the guy who's actually pitted earlier, who's been running a higher rich. I don't really do a lot of IndyCar racing myself. I'm more of a NASCAR guy, so this is very big. And there it goes. Tony Rice gets passed by Gisette on the outside, coming down, the inside, going into that tight first turn, hairpin. Oh, he is going in hot. He keeps it. Oh, he hit the chicane. Oh, man, Gisette. See, that's the problem. You have all that speed, all that straightaway speed, getting behind someone that when you do that run, Tony, it's like you're doing 100 miles faster than the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
So much faster that you're just not paying attention to the braking points. And when you have a big run, you're not going to slow up. You're going to try and overtake that guy and take that position and try to catch back up the leaders. You don't want to lose position and lose track position, because you'll have to pit early. You're going to have to give up something to gain something. And that's what these guys, oh man, Tony Rice hitting that grass. Going to make it so that Gisette's going to be right there on his bump. Ooh, a little loose by Gisette coming out of that turn. He's going to back up. He's going to probably get him in this next turn coming down the straight. And let's jump back up to the leaders and see what's going on. I think Mattis is actually being challenged right now, challenging the first car position. Not too much gaining right there, but overall, we're seeing a great battle for the lead right now. Mattis has made up some ground, just enough to be right up on his bumper. Heslem, oh, there it is. Heslem got a little wide out of that, and now the battle is on. Mattis is right on his bumper, getting all that draft. He can be 3/4 of the way fuel just to save and then make the run. Right now, here comes the big run. Is he going to make the run? Is he going to do it? No, he's not going to do it this time by. He's just going to sit behind him and make Helsum run his line and get him nervous. Putting that pressure on. See, with NASCAR, the big thing between stock car racing and IndyCar racing, you really can't see around your surroundings. With the NASCAR setup, you can tip over to the right and see the car next to you and really make the different adjustments. You have mirrors, you can see the person passing you. You'll be able to make these different things, but with this in particular, you really can't see someone right behind you, immediately behind you. Oh, there's a big wreck! Oh man, the brake check is serious. Mattis has definitely front end damage, and there goes Heslam into the wall. Let's see if they'll start back up. They have a big solid lead, but Troy Banks, your new leader, coming out of the hairpin, steers off and is taken away. Piper is definitely going to pass Heslam on the inside. Heslam takes third place out of that. They have to pit. I'm sorry, with that much like hit that they just ticked between the two of them, you can tell by Husum he has some serious rear wing damage. Look at that. That has a lot of damage to the back of that wing, and that's all his downforce. That determines how fast he's going to be throughout the entire race. The remaining total of this race is going to come down to that wing right there, because they're going to do this right here. They're going to come down to this straight, be super fast, but how's he going to be coming down to the braking point? He's a little hopping right there. He's hopping just a little bit, but it looks like he's still good. Oh no! Piper just spun out and is burning it down, trying to get the car back underway and get it going. I'm telling you, the tires here are just not. I would personally, if I was the top, between second and fifth, Gisette seems like he's making some big headway. He's already up to fifth. He's passed everybody. I would personally think pitting. Okay, you got 5 laps on the tires. You got some damage already. Come in, hit under green, get the tires that you need. Because Piper, oh no, I think that's the end of Piper's race right there. He hit that wall hard, and you can tell that the toe is out right there. He has a lot. He's like pulling the full turn into that car. I don't know. I think Brandon Piper's going to have to pull it in and get that car fixed. He's going to lose a massive amount of time after that run. Between Banks leading the race, he is a full solid second ahead of the actual field. Johnson's trying to catch up, trying to keep up with the actual leaders himself. I think he's still a lap down, so he's trying to gain his lap back and get back up to the front. I don't know what's going to happen here, Tony. I mean, what do you think? The gap between them is closing down significantly. You got Hayes, you got
Haslam,
Banks
he's
coming
doing a
in.
great job, even though he had that wing damage. Well, he is still losing time. That you can see now in the gap, he's losing time to Troy Banks, and I would think at some point he had to come in and get that fixed because that wing's got to be like an anchor behind him right now.
I would say more like a parachute. That thing is just, he is not taking the turns like he used to. And here comes in Kevin J. O'Brien. No front wing. He has no front wing. I mean, do they have fast repairs? If they have a fast repair, they'll be able to get back out here and get
Yeah,
going.
they've got 3 faster pairs.
All right, there it is. Definitely use that fast repair and get back out. See, that's what I'm saying. I would be personally, if I'm in second place, hit on a green. Use that fast repair. It's not going to hurt you overall. Plus, you get fresh tires. Get back out there. Get 4 fresh Firestone tires. Get back out there and keep going. And Banks is going to have to pit sooner or later. It's a 3, almost 4 mile track. They're burning up so much fuel. I think the pit window around here is a solid 10 laps, and it looks like Piper's having issues trying to get into his pit stall.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he wasn't sure where his pit was. Maybe he thought he had overshot it or something, and the way he just stopped there, and he wasn't sure whether he could, because you can't go backwards, but so much you might get DQ'd from the whole race, and so I think he was feeling kind of stuck right there. It looked like he's on his way now.
I mean, he's in prime position to get past, but he's got 4 fresh Firestone tires. That might be the benefactor for him and be able to pull away, but Banks is putting a clinic. But it looks like he's got left front wing damage, and that's causing him to slow down just a little bit enough. Oh, there it is. He's got left front wing damage, and Hesselm's coming. Oh my goodness, he stopped.
Yeah, I think
He stopped.
he might have just retired the car. I don't know. I don't know. He could have continued, but for whatever reason, he went on to the pits there, or I guess he might have towed in. He's not showing in the pits right now, but
I
and
don't know.
look at Haslam's car. The engine cover is not even on the car. I just noticed that. Wow.
Yeah, remember when he got hit?
Yeah.
When he got slammed from behind by Mattis. He lost that entire back end. That's what I mean. Like, it might be his best bet and his, honest opinion, hit. Go under green, get 4 fresh Firestone tires, get a brand new wing, get a brand new back of the car. You have 3 resets. It's not going to hurt you overall to pit because you still have 20 laps after this. You have like 15 more laps after this to fight for the win and really hit your marks and chase down the leader. Because right now, I believe Mattis is pit and has 4 fresh tires. So he's catching him. He is significantly catching him. Mattis was almost a solid 10, 15 seconds back when he went into the pits originally to get that car like fixed and repaired. And now look at this. He's already gained he's already a full second faster than him. He is coming for the leader right now. The set is a full almost 30 seconds behind the leaders. It's just between the first two cars. A lot of cars are wheel hopping. That was the big, the big factor in this race. These cars have a lot of downforce, Tony, but the big issue with them is that those tires will heat up, they'll
Hmm.
get going, and then they'll just wheel hop because the
Yeah,
track is almost 105 degrees temperature wise. And when you're
yeah,
talking about now Randy, Mattis is about to make the move. He's going to get up to him. Sooner or later, Heslam's going to have to pit. Mattis has already pitted.
yeah. We're
He's
showing
already gone in.
Mathis. Well, actually, somebody else must have pitted it. We're showing Tommy Reagan came in on lap 4. Brandon Piper came. We saw Piper come in and have trying to find his stall. That was lap 6. O'Brien was in on lap 5, and we're also showing Troy Banks. He did indeed take the car behind the wall there and retired from the event.
But if you are a driver out there, do you pit or do you not pit? That's the question because the 21 car of Randy Mattis is coming for the leader. If you're the leader and you've already lost almost 3/10 of a second on the second place car, especially at a track like this of a 4 mile track where it has this ton of hairpin turns, slow down speed, speeding up, and you're already losing that much speed, do you come in? Do you come in? You pit, you get your 4 fresh Firestones, you get back out there and chase down the leader, and hope that you don't mess up for the rest of the race.
Yeah, now they do have one required pit stop because in Indy cars they have both the red and the black compound tire. They don't have that in iRacing, the actual tire that you can switch. But in trying to keep with the reality of it, there's a mandatory one mandatory pit stop to simulate the tire change, and so Haslam hasn't stopped at all. So he's definitely going to have to stop soon. And I think I just saw. Mathis there in the background.
Mm-hmm. Mathis has lost 7/10 of a second already. So he must have gotten loose or spun it out during that first turn because that's what everyone's been getting. And Mathis has already spun out. He's already spun out there, so he might have done it again. So he might be falling back simply because of that. But this part of the track, he is so much cleaner, so much faster that he'll catch Heslin. But Heslin is showing that look, my car can be messed up, but I'm still going to be leading this race. I'm still going to put a clinic on the field, and
Yeah.
that is what he's doing right now. I mean, you gotta give this to the man. He has a screwed up car. The car is basically destroyed on the back half. There's no way that it's not causing a parachute to an anchor at the same time, pushing that car back, and he's still putting it on clinic on a car that just went to the pits and fixed itself.
Doug Doucette currently running fourth, and he's trying to catch Tommy Reagan. He's hovering right around 2.5 seconds there, and not trying to reel him in just a little bit.
I think the problem with Douglas Jessett is what I've been paying attention to over the race. So over the period of the last 11 laps, Jessett is perfect in the essence, right? He has such a fast car. He's so smooth through the turns. But the issue that Douglas keeps running into, and this you can argue about it all day long. You can tell me I'm not. This is my first broadcast of all time. Is the consistency? Okay, he's just not consistent in this turn right here. We've already seen him turn what 3, 4 times around in this first turn alone. So you have to be consistent, especially at a very technical track like this one right now. You're talking that only the top, oh, there's Randy Mattis. He's pitting right now in place. But Douglas is still 37 seconds behind the leader. The entire field is lapped down. They're lapped.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he pitted or is he
He
towing in? Because you know how the car will sit there like that. Because I'm pretty sure he would have fixed that front wing if he had just came in and stopped. Because he may actually have something may have happened for him to have to tow in. Because he's obviously been there for a minute now.
I don't know. He's doesn't look like he's regritting. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That'll be very interesting. Let's jump back to the action. It looks like Reagan is trying to close in the gap, but Reagan is a solid 34 seconds back. Haslam is gone. He's in his own realm. I mean, really, if I was Haslam's crew chief driver, I would tell him straight up, driver, you're by yourself. You got no one near you for a solid 35 seconds. You're on the other side of the track as they're just getting to the front stretch. Save, save, save. Protect the car. Keep it straight. Don't overdrive it. Keep the car, as safe as humanly possible. And now we have Douglas coming down the pit lane. This is his time to get pit stop, get fresh Firestone tires, get any repairs that he needs to get done, replace the entire car, and get back out to the field and drop the hammer and try to catch the leader. Because right now, he's about to get passed. And if he's not careful, Douglas is not going to take a podium finish right now. Because right now, it's just 4 cars. You have Tony Rice in 3rd right now. You have what's his name? Tommy Reagan in 2nd place. You have Haslam, who's 1st by himself, just nowhere near the rest of the field, and he's got 5th place car, I believe. Oh no, Tony Rice just wheeled up major going through that and has some serious front end wing damage. He's gonna have to pit again, get the car fixed, come back out, and go about his way. And it looks like Mattis is coming back out of pit lane, and so is Doug. They're both coming out of pit exit. So I guess he went to go fix something and then came right back. I think he was having some problems with his wheel, potentially, because that's the only time you'll have issues if your actual sim crashed and you had to restart everything, and it takes a minute or 2 to actually set everything back up. So that's going to be important. Now we're back with Tommy Reagan. Let's ride around with Tommy Reagan for a lap and see how the car feels over the long run. Let's just get that feel. So we'll be completely quiet this time and let Tommy Reagan do all the driving.
Oh, Reagan goes around. He was doing so good, man.
Yes, he was. But as you can tell, you heard the different gear shifting. You heard how the car feels during the long run. He's gonna have to pit to get 4 fresh Firestone tires. If I was him and I spun out like that, I'm going in. I'm pitting, because you're not gonna catch the leader if that's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna spin it out. So Tommy Reagan has a lot of ground to work up, catch back up to the leaders, and hopefully get a podium without destroying the car. Because right now, Asen Gates has just basically unlapped himself from Reagan and is pulling away. And I think exactly what I said. Reagan went into the pit stall. Look at that. He's pitting. I should be his crew chief. Come in, driver. 4 Firestones. Get back onto the field and get going again. I'm telling you, when you make a boo-boo like that, it's okay. You're not going to catch the leader with a messed up wing. You're not going to catch the leader with a messed up tires. You're just not. Okay? You're going to need to get back out there and have the best opportunity you can. And right now, if Tommy Reagan's out of the pit lane right now, he's in.
He better hurry up too, because Haslam, he's coming around the parabolica there. In fact, he's on the front stretch. Oh boy, he's going to put him a lap down, I think. There he goes. So Reagan
goes at my driver, get in the car, go! I would be yelling at my driver saying, get back on the track, get going, and I think that's what he's doing right now. It looks like he's coming back on track. Reagan is back on the field, trying to catch up. I think he's coming out of the pit lane as we speak. And Randy Mattis, fourth place, I think that is for position over Reagan, has taken the spot and is fighting Reagan with 4 fresh tires. There's the big run.
Yeah, that's not going to last long with those fresh tires.
Nope, that's going to last. The entire field is a lap down except for Rice.
Yeah, how did that happen?
When you're wheel hopping, you're spinning out. I mean, a lot of things can happen, especially a technical track like this. You have so many S's, you have so many hairpin turns. If you don't practice and put in the time and the effort to get out there and actually run the track, practice it a couple of times, before coming into the actual race. Go into a testing practice. We have all the tools in front of us to be able to get the test practice done, to be able to know where we need to brake, where we need to get going, so you understand that, okay, this brake bias doesn't work for this part of the track, so let's use this brake bias. So you have to find that medium when you're actually racing on these Indy cars. These cars are loosey-goosey is what I like to call them, Me personally, I like a loosey-goosey car. I like a car that's loose, especially in NASCAR, because it helps with the cornering of the tires. These cars in particular don't need it, and it looks like our leader has finally, after 15 laps of solid running, haven't seen a lot of mistakes from him. Not a lot of mistakes. His first pit coming in, he is just put on a clinic. He has no one to worry about. I would personally just use a fast repair just in case. Just in case there's something wrong with the car.
Yep, there it goes.
There it is.
Yep.
Use the fast repair, get the car completely fixed, get back onto the track, get 4 Firestones, get going, and just protect the car. If he was my driver, I'd be like, all right, driver, we're by ourselves. No one is racing us. We're by ourselves. And it looks like Douglas is spun out on the actual hairpin turn right there in turn 1 and 2. But I think he's got it back going. He's back up running, and he's gone. So let's hope, that's the problem. Like I said earlier, Douglas Doucette has a lot of consistencies that he needs to work through, especially when he's out there. I mean, he's doing well whatsoever. He's doing awesome. But now it's between Joe and Johnson, the 2 and 7th and 8th. They are fighting for position. This is for position right now. They're both pitting. O'Brien's coming in right now, right behind him. It's going to be an interesting fight. And Rice just pitted. Rice is your second car leader. Second car, he should have stayed out. I'm sorry. Put an extra lap or 2 out there on the track and then pit. But I think it's because he's got wing damage again. I mean, as you can tell, Tony Rice has got some wing damage himself. So, like I said, tires. Your wing is important. Everything about the car is very important. So, you got to pay attention to how you're making your turns, because now 3rd and 4th are going to be battling him, and he's coming out in 4th. And here we are back with our leader, Heslem, holding the clinic, putting a clinic on the field. It is gone by like it's not even in the same he's like in his own league.
And he's in a different zip code.
Different zip code, exactly. And that's the problem. You can tell by who's actually practiced the track and people who have not practiced the track. If my driver, if I told him, you need to give me a solid hour on the track. Give me a solid hour on the track. Tell me what's wrong with the car. What's going on with it. Tell me what you need to fix it to get it back going. And that's just practice. You have to get the practice out here, so that someone like Jared Heslem does not put a clinic like this on y'all and is about to laugh at y'all all again. He is chasing down the back of the pack as we speak. And I'm sorry, just listen to the gears. Listen to how he's getting through the turn. He's shifts back down to 1st. He's back through the gears. He's in 2nd, coming all the way through the turn. He gets to 3rd, and he brakes, gets shoved back down to 2nd, just to set the nose, comes out of that turn, and just gets going. He's already back and forth. He's going to shift down to 2nd, gets into the hairpin, goes for it, and is already down the straightaway, and he's already made up some serious time on the pack in front of him. So, I mean, you got to know your braking points. You got to know how the car's going to go under old tires, and it looks like Randy is coming into the pits. He's pitting on a green, which is a perfect idea. Get yourself 4 Firestone tires, get back on the field, and go. Stay out away from the leader, because the leader is who's going to be your worst friend right now.
And he's really creeping. Did he run out of fuel? That engine's
Oh
not even
no,
running. He ran out of fuel, I think. His crew chief might have screwed
he
him
was.
over there. Man,
I think he was trying to
wow.
patch back up to the leaders and
Yeah.
not lose fuel.
Oh,
I
man.
think that's what's going on. I think he was trying everything he could to push the situation so he could stay in front, just set, or simply he wasn't paying attention, and that's what I mean. You have to practice. Practice makes perfect. I cannot stress that enough, especially with cars like these, which are just important. What is
That
Piper
was
doing?
remember we saw Piper last time. I think he's not remembering where his pit stall is, and he's just afraid that he's going to overshoot it.
I
And
think they're in the same pit stall. Are they teammates?
no, I don't believe so. They're not sharing any pit stalls. That's interesting. What Mathis is doing there, I'm not sure.
I think Mattis is trying to get. I think they're teammates because he's trying to get to the. Yep, there it is. Oh no,
Now
that's
Piper's
gonna be
out.
more. Piper's out. There's no Piper's coming out, but there's no way Mattis can get back into this race without chasing down. He's gonna have to fight for a fifth place position because right now your leaders, Haslam, uh, Reagan, you got Rice, and you got Douglas. Those are your top four. Douglas is showing, or Gisette, sorry, not Gisette is showing some promise right now. He's out here. He's making the laps. Even though he is wrecked out so many times in the first turn, he's really getting it down and trying to be consistent in the rest of the field. He's going to come home with potentially a top 5 finish with, almost 5 to go. We're coming to 5 to go right now, Tony.
Yep.
And right now, I'll be telling my drivers, crank on those belts and keep going, man. You got to keep pushing. Push, push, push. You got the leader right behind you. Focus on you and focus on your marks. Hit your marks, driver, and get back to the front. Because you're racing for position right now between Rice and you. Chase down Rice. That's what I said. You are 4.5 seconds behind Rice. Go get him.
Oh yeah, he's
Rice
definitely chasing me down because
is,
no one has really been in a situation where they had to use their push to passes, and so I mean obviously you only get 10 per race, and so they're going to obviously save them till the end of the race. But I think the set's going to have an opportunity here, and maybe a lap or so. Oh, if he keeps it on track.
See, that's the thing. If we go back to Haslam, let's watch him how he does his turns and just pay attention because Gisette is just really tight. And if you watch the camera, here he goes. He comes into third. He's shoving into fourth. He goes to fifth. He'll shove it to sixth. But watch how he goes through these S's. He's going to be so smooth. That's what I'm impressed with. He's so smooth. Here we go. Really down, shifts back to the third, keeps in the third, make sure there's no wheel hop, gets flutter it, back, wide open, back in the fourth, and it's gone. He is so smooth and crisp with his gearing ratio is changing that he's just faster than the field, and he's just coming. When we click out over the set, let's watch him go into turn 1 and how tight he's going to be going into that turn if he's not careful. Let's jump into the cockpit and watch how he does it. All right, he's in the 6th gear. He's coming down the straight super fast. He sees the braking point. He just hit it. He's down to first. He's going to wheel hop it. Nope, no wheel hop, but he's a little late on that throttle. By that point, you should be already back on the gas and going for it. Coming out of that turn, but fighting that wheel just a little bit just to set the nose to go for it. Because right now, he's chasing down you, Tony, in third. He's coming for you right there. He's braking. He's a little aggressive. He's more aggressive than you are, which is fine. But as you saw, he started losing grip coming out of that turn. He's going to come into the turn. He's in second. Shoves it back into third. I would have shoved it to third just to set the nose so it wouldn't spin out by accident. But, it's not me driving, it's him. And right now, with just how he's doing it, he's going to be in your draft sooner or later. He's going to start passing people.
Yeah, I was surprised I was that far up in the first place, and I think the next race a lot of the guys are gonna do better because they will have had some time to get more acquainted with the car, and so it's just gonna be I think we're gonna be at Barcelona this coming Tuesday, and
Barcelona?
that's gonna be doing that historic layout, and there's gonna be a lot of high speed going there.
I mean, it's going to be intense. A lot of high-speed turns. Barcelona's no joke. You are flat out for most of the track, and then you have those little little bits and pieces where you are braking significantly, and it will be the factor if you're going to be out there as we're watching the battle for second go down.
Oh,
Oh
I
no!
don't remember doing that. Yep, I messed up. There we go. That's all you need.
That's all you need. The wheel hop. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
if you're not protecting those tires, you're gonna fall off. The temperature is grueling. It is brutal to all those tires. And now Giuseppe is in third. That was a battle for third. He's got 21 seconds behind Reagan. The only thing that I have to pay attention for is if you guys are gonna get passed by the leader, because there he is. If you look at the very back going into the S's, the leader is right behind both of y'all, chasing y'all down for the actual position. Right now, second is a solid 20, almost 20 seconds ahead of y'all. I mean, right now, all I would do if I was the leader, Tommy Reagan's by himself, protect the
Yep.
car, be careful, be nice, wait for the leader to make a mistake, right? You have 4 laps to go. There's absolutely no way right now you're going to catch that leader unless he makes a mistake, like a major boo-boo, and just wrecks it, right? And
Yeah.
because he's pushing it. If you pay attention to what Haslam is pushing it, he is on it. So, I mean, with what's going on, I don't know if Reagan has the opportunity to be, but you're in second, protect second, and just stay out in second,
And there's Haslam there. He's less than 7.5 seconds behind me now, and kind of catching me. So I think I'm just trying to hold on to. Well, I'm probably going to get P4 there because I'm not sure where I am in relation to Johnson in fifth
Looks like
place.
you're about
I'm about
2 or
half a
3
lap
laps
ahead
ahead.
of. Well, let's see. Where am I? I'm in fourth, and yeah, I'm about a half a lap ahead of Johnson. And
Mm-hmm.
even if I go a lap down with let's say 3 laps to go, I think I'll hold on for at least P4 there.
Absolutely, and that's the big thing you have to pay attention to. Right now, you're battling for third. There's a battle going on right now, and it looks like third place is gone, and it looks like you're in the S's. Looks like you made another boo boo right there. Oh no! Come on, Tony,
Was
bring it home,
that?
baby. Bring it home, baby. Give me fourth. If you were my driver, I'd be like, Tony, save the car. Don't push it. Save that car. I can't stress it enough. Saving the car and your tires.
Oh
This
yeah.
track is brutal. It kills the tires. I can't say it enough. And I'm probably gonna be the highlight of people just being like, oh, listen to this annoying person right now. He just talks about tires, 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 tires. But it's a real fact. iRacing has made these tires so realistic to the actual way the car feels that they're just they will bounce. They'll strip. They'll lock up if you hit those brakes really hard. And it looks like Haslam's having a little fun by shaking the car back and forth, having a little victory lap because I think he's coming to 2 to go by himself. But Reagan all by himself, and it looks like Piper's coming to the pits, getting passed
Yeah.
by Haslam right now.
Yeah, that was lap 23. Now we just started, so 2 to go for sure. And Piper's in the pits here,
Yep.
but
I think he's got more damage.
yeah, it
That
looks like he
is
does.
gone.
That'll be fast repairs
That'll
number
be
2 or
his
number
last.
3. Yeah.
That'll be his last fast repair. So
Well, he found that pit stall this time. I'm glad for him. He knew exactly
absolutely.
where to go. I hate to see a guy miss his pit stall. You lose so much time on pit road when you have to back up or for any situation like that.
Absolutely. I mean, Tony, if you were in the lead right now, what would be your big factor? What would be the thing that you'll be focused on and trying to what as the driver behind these cars, what would you do if you are the leader? You have fourth place in front of you. You have a full second, a full lap on the rest of the field. Are you going to push it? Are you going to save it? Like what as a driver, we all want to be competitive, you know?
Oh yeah, well, if it were a totally different situation and not the one I'm in right here, I would absolutely be in my own head, and just stay within my just drive the car and maintain the same pace that I've been doing. Don't worry about trying to slow down or go faster. You know what I mean? Just to get to the finish, just maintain the consistency because
Mm-hmm.
that it's funny that you should mention that because that reminds me of and also let's think about Ayrton Senna. Here's we're just celebrating. I think it's now 26 years since his passing. And I remember one time it was at Monaco, and he was so far ahead of his competitor. Uh, I forgot the guy's name, but he got a call on the radio to say, "You're so far ahead, slow down." And I guess it just took him out of his rhythm, and he actually crashed and didn't finish the race. He was so disgusted with himself. And so yeah, when you get in that rhythm, racing's all about rhythm, and you got to stay there. You don't if you don't have to push any harder, that's fine. But I would just maintain what I've been doing to get me to where I'm at that point in the race.
Absolutely. And as we were talking, it looks like Heslam did put you a lap down on that final coming to the
Oh
final
yeah,
two
I
laps
knew
to
it
go.
was going to happen because
Yep.
he's in a class of his own. There's no point in fighting that. I mean, I was still going to be P4, but no point in because I was going to get a blue flag anyway. So
Mhm.
and like I said, that's you do those things that you have to do to finish the race.
And it looks like Reagan, as as the race goes on, these drivers actually start picking up the actual braking points. Like I said, 25 laps seems like it's short. It seems like 25 laps, say less. Right? I'll be done with this race, no problem. We're already 40 minutes into this race with the
Yep.
final lap showing,
Hmm.
and Heslam has put on a serious clinic because it looks like to me he's had time to practice. I mean, he's celebrating right now. He has a full second lead, and you see him like swerving left to right. Watch, he's gonna do it. Let's just sit with the driver. Let's just watch how he does it. He'll go down on these straightaways. He'll go left to right, left to right. As a driver, that's a dick thing to do. It's not nice. You know what I mean? To like be a showboat. But when you are putting on a clinic like this, you can't help yourself. You can't help the fact that you dominated this race. You're dominating everybody. There's no point, to protecting your car. It's like, look, I'm winning. There's no way you're gonna catch me. I'm gonna have some fun as the driver and focus on my end. But like he'll do it right here. I guarantee you, he's gonna do it. He's just gonna go left to right, left to right, left to right, and he's been doing that for a couple of laps. I don't know. Yep, there it is. See, he's going left to right, left to right. He's just having too much fun with it.
Wow,
And as
if
coming
he's almost getting ready to put Doucette a lap down. The third place, the guy on the podium with him there. I think Doucette will make it to the line though.
If I was the leader, I wouldn't be worried about third place. I mean, you see, he's swerving already. He's going left to right, left to right. I don't know if he's following the line and trying to follow the actual line of the track, but it looks like to me he's a little showboat, and you should. You just won at the Autodome. You just won at Monza. He just won. That's the end of the race right there. Our winner for round 3 goes to Jaron Heslam, number 15 Malibu. I think that's Malibu? No, Mobile 1 car.
Yeah,
So,
like they say in Formula One, he put on a master class, and but I tell you, man, that was something. Yeah, absolutely, man. Great job by Jaron there. It looks like everybody else is coming around, and we can let's see. I think we can bring up those results as well, showing you the finishing order.
as of right now, before the actual winner, Jaron Heslam is your winner unofficially. Tommy Reagan is going to potentially pull it in second. Douglas Doucette third. Tommy Rice is going to be fourth. Jordan Johnson fifth. Brendan Piper for sixth. And Randy Mattis, who was up front the entire race, went 9 laps down. I think he just finally had a sick of the tire of the track and said, "Look, I'm done. Crew chief, I'm going home." It sucks, but that's just part of racing. You get out there, you're so fast early on, but then you just have accident after accident after accident after accident until you run out of those fast repairs, and then you're sitting in pit lane wondering, where all my fast repairs go, crew chief? Well, you wrecked it. So, unfortunate race for Randy. Hopefully we'll see him next week, pulling in a win potentially, or finish in the top podium 3. We have Kevin O'Brien in 8th. Not a bad start for him. Joe Hansen Gates is 9th, and Troy Banks, our 3rd place driver, is 18 laps down and finishes off the top 10 drivers in this race. Douglas Doucette is the big mover for today. started dead last in this pack, and now is sitting at P3. I mean, you can't ask for more. That to me is a perfect example of yes, he was inconsistent early on. Yes, he was spinning out. Yes, he possibly caused more wrecks than good, but he was there to the end. He kept the car clean. He got tires. He came out and passed you, mind you, Tony, passed you for third and pulled away. I mean, you can't ask more from a driver. I would be like, thank you for pulling in the win, podium position. Let's go home. Let's forget about that race. Let's go to the next race and focus on that.
Absolutely. And so we'll be seeing you next week at Barcelona. And Merrick, thanks for coming aboard. It was great to have you on, and we look forward to you being in some other broadcasts with us and stuff. And thanks everyone for coming out and checking out the RMS Racing Group IndyCar GP Series. And we will see you all next time at Barcelona. So for everyone here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you all a pleasant evening.